What's going on? Today we're going to do a simple little repair. Put my Fleetwood back together and noticed I had a bad idler arm. Figured while I have everything already torn apart, might as well replace it. And while I'm replacing it, might as well make a video for you guys. Here's what we're changing out. Let's get to it. Alright, here's how we know it's bad. It's got a lot of wiggle. Right, so let me get you a little bit better shot. You can wiggle it up and down pretty good bit. So we're going to go ahead and swap that out. So for starters, we got to take off our center link. This is a 3/4. Don't know if yours will be. It's aftermarket center link, so it may be a different size on the factory one. We're going to take that off. Normally, like I said, mine's already loose. Normally use like a pickle fork. They do make ones for tie rods. They're a little bit narrower, which will get in there a lot easier. That'd probably be the easiest to get that off. But we're going to remove that, and then we're going to get up here inside of the frame. You can see that bolt in there. That's probably the hardest part of this job, really, getting in there. It appears to be a 3/4. That's what I'm going to start with. And then on the inside of the frame, you got 2 nuts there, and I think they're going to be 3/4 also. And we're just going to take those off, and then we can swap this thing out, and we should be done. Alright, correction. Those are 18mm inside and outside. Doesn't look like we're on there very good. Dropped it. And this is where the job becomes a little bit of a headache. See that bolt down there? Yeah. Trying not to drop it out of there, but it's stuck with the socket. That one stayed. If you can, try and keep them in the holes. It'll make it a lot easier putting them back together. So with that being said, I'm going to push my extension into the top hole where the bolt is still in there. I'm going to kind of apply pressure on it and try and keep it in there while I swap this out. So I only have to fight one of these instead of 2. At the end of the world, it can be aggravating. Which I got a little trick to put it back in there. If I can get it out of the frame. That's the hardest part, really. There we go. Out with the old. In with the new. Let's see. It goes on this way here. Why they have it turned that way, I couldn't tell you. And I'm going to have to go to the vise and turn it probably. See if I can turn this thing by hand. Whoa, getting crazy. Almost pulled my top bolt out. Don't want that to happen. Hulk up. No, we can't. Alright, gotta go to the vise, turn this thing. Alright, we got it all squared away. I guess it's worthwhile to mention there is a right way and a wrong way. You can see a little bend in there. This side goes towards the frame. You can obviously tell just because of the bend. I think if you can put it up there, it probably won't mount very well. But just make a mental note of that. Save you a headache in the long run. And we'll see if we can get this all lined back up again. See if we can get that stuck up there. I used a better grip on it. There we go. Put our nut back on. Figure out which way we want to cram our arm in here. Really isn't too bad as far as getting your arm in here and being able to see. I can kind of peek in between the radiator hose to see the top bolt. The lower bolt is a different story though. But now we're going to try and fish our lower bolt out of the frame. And I'll show you how to put it back in there. An easier way, actually, I'm going to find a magnet and get it out of there. Alright, I'm going to watch this through the camera. Got ourselves a magnet, and I cannot see depth perception through a camera. I might need a stronger magnet. This is really hard to do through a camera. But still successful. So if you don't have yourself a magnet, get a magnet. They're handy. All right, I had good luck the first time, so we're gonna get really crazy this time. Can he do it? Booyah. I don't know if you guys... Totally screwed up. All right, I'm going to set you guys down. It's too hard to do it with a camera. Screw the magnet. Go with the trusty old socket. If it doesn't stand there, little thing I do, I'll put a little bit of tape on there backwards. Or I'll cram some tape down the socket. Something like that. Make it stick. Put some RTV on it. Anything. So we got our bottom bolt in there now. Let's see if I can weasel my hand up in here. Throw this nut on it. Now we're going to send the Ugga-Duggas to it. Tighten it up. Don't know the torque spec. Don't believe it has one really. I guess technically it does. Everything does. We'll just go till it's tight. Make sure we got the impact going forward. Gotta love that. Alright, did you count how many Ugga-Duggas that was? Because that's our torque spec. And we will do precisely the same amount on the top. Let's see where I can get in here to see this thing. Let's go back the other way like I did before. It was easier taking it apart. There we go. There you have it. It's all downhill from here. Now, you don't have to have an impact, but it makes it so much easier. The bolts are actually pretty tight. But as you can see, we got zero play now. So, we're going to start putting it back together. I've got a grease fitting right here. We'll put in there and pump it full of grease. Put our tie rod back on, or our center link, I should say, back on. Wouldn't hurt to get a line afterwards. It is a lowrider, so I ain't even going to worry about it. I didn't change anything else in it. So, not worrying about it, but if it's a daily driver, yeah, probably worry about it and get aligned again. So, we'll start throwing it back together, and we will be done pretty soon. Yeah, a lot tighter. Tight, just right. Now I get to scratch up a nice freshly painted nut. I knew that was going to happen. There's no way of avoiding that. That I know of. If you know of a way, let me know, because that'll be awesome. And 19mm works on that also. Well, not gonna lie, I caught total hell of that nut. Don't know why. Even got a different one, tried it. And I looked at the little pack that came with it. Come with a new nut. Threw it on there, worked perfectly, tightened up just fine. So, can't explain that. But yeah, sometimes it'll come with a new nut. It does come with a new grease fitting. So, threw that on there. So, we're all done. So, if this helped you out, hit the like button. Subscribe. Do a bunch of work on Fleetwoods, obviously. Share it, tell your friends, leave a comment. Let me know if it helped you out. See ya.
What seems to be the problem?
Good shot. Got away free. It lives to die another day.